And now we can start. My Scottish friends from university gifted me university hat, a special one, and a hoodie. With this hat and hoodie, I'm heading to Scotland's biggest city. And I want to show you how close it is. It's 2 p.m. now. A trip to Glasgow by train is 34 minutes. I'll tell you that when you live here in a small town, you have everything at your fingertips, and everything is much closer and more convenient than in big cities like London, Moscow, or Paris. For 2 days while we are here, we walk 15 kilometers a day, sightseeing all the local attractions and the university. So I have already walked 13 kilometers today, and I'm just on my way to Glasgow, where I will probably have another 15 kilometers. The clock, 3:33 p.m, and I'm already in Glasgow, folks. That's the speed. It takes me twice as long to get to work. Wow, look at that. You just walk out of the train station and there is a crazy view in front of you. I haven't read about Glasgow, haven't looked at all what's here. You just get out and right away, it's super impressive. Now I'm going to search the internet for a must-see place to visit here. I have a few hours. Tomorrow I will be in Northern Ireland in Belfast. There we'll visit the Queen's University of Belfast. Don't miss it, the next episode about the universities of Northern Ireland. It's also one of the top universities in the UK. Since we don't have a lot of time before the sun goes down, the best solution I came up with was to take a simple bus tour. It costs £16, which is 1,600 rubles. It's 1.5 hour walk through all the major sites. I think that's the best deal you can have here, and here's the bus, by the way. Glasgow is a Scottish city that represents a mix of old and modern. Here you can see old houses that intertwine with present-day shopping malls, and old streets filled with new cars. The famous cartoon character Scrooge McDuck originated in Glasgow. Only Glasgow has a subway while other Scottish cities do not, and the trains on the subway are orange. There is also the tallest movie theatre, Cineworld, consisting of 18 halls and reaching almost 62 meters in height. The Mitchell's Public Library in Glasgow, opened in 1877, is the largest reference library in Europe. It has over 1 million books in storage. There are just some of the interesting facts and personal records about the city of 175 square kilometers. The name of the city has British roots and goes back to Cumbrian language, meaning green grove. There is also another version of the origin of the name. It is believed that the city was named by Saint Mungo, one of the apostles of Scotland and the patron saint of Glasgow. He founded the community and named it Glasgow, which may be translated as beloved family. Today, Glasgow is home to 635,000 people, while Edinburgh, the capital of Scotland, has 490. That makes Glasgow first in population among all cities in the country. Just over 30 years ago, Glasgow was recognized as the city of European culture. One of the most famous sites is Lord Provand's mansion, which was built over 5 centuries ago. It has the status of the oldest house in the city. It's a true medieval mansion, which is one of the 4 remaining buildings of that period. It's not the oldest structure, but the oldest house that was inhabited. It was built in 1471, and it was the first part of St. Nicholas Hospital. Behind the house was a garden of medicinal plants, which was designed in the style of 15th century gardens and opened in 1995. The interior of the mansion is an example of what houses looked like from the inside around 1700s. Glasgow is full of unusual old buildings. The High Theatre School of Glasgow is a great example. It was founded in 1845. Today they teach painting, sculpture, art, photography, design and architecture. The building we see today was designed by architect Charles Rainey Mackintosh, the founder of Scottish Art Nouveau in 1909. In 2010, the school building in the Art Nouveau style was recognized as the best one in the UK for the last 175 years. Generally speaking about education in Scotland, it's truly amazing. There are some excellent schools here, as for example, if you're interested in studying abroad, you can go to our second channel's Maps Education. There you'll see episodes about Edinburgh University, one of the 20 leading universities in the world, the University of Stirling, which is voted the best sports university in the country in 2020, and Glasgow University as well. Glasgow Cathedral is an example of 12th century Scottish Gothic. It was built on the place of St. Mungo Chapel, the very patron of the city, who according to one of the versions had a hand in its naming. Inside the temple there is also the tomb of St. Mungo and the tombs of members of the city's noble families. Of course, Glasgow has modern landmarks such as the Clyde Arc Bridge, located near the Glasgow Science Centre. Glasgow University is one of the most prestigious in the UK and is a part of the famous Russell Group. It was founded in 1451 by Bishop William Turnbull. The university is known for its research programs. Some of the world's most important research in veterinary medicine, pharmacology, medicine, nursing, geography and linguistics is conducted here. Famous engineer, inventor and mechanic James Watt, who invented the first unit of power, the horsepower. James Wilson, a Scottish lawyer who became one of the founding fathers of the United States, and Adam Smith, the father of economics, are connected with this university. The university now has students from 140 countries. There are student unions and more than 100 hobby clubs on its campus. Also here you will find a cinema, a theatre, 4 museums and a modern gym with a swimming pool. Glasgow is the largest city in Scotland. Earlier it was the leading centre of heavy industry, and today it appears before us as real cultural capital. Now finance and business, education and life sciences, tourism and creativity are at the forefront. The city has been changing for about 30 years, but the results of these transformations are a good example of how a city can change its economy.